Power Rangers Cosmic Chaos, Chapter 3, Piloting the Chameleo Zord. The tree monster roared out and sprayed razor-sharp leaves. Multiple leaves flew at the duo. Both of them jumped out of the way, dodging the attack. Ozzy threw his cosmic orb into the air and it slotted into his morpher, and then he folded the top down. Link to morphing grid! Ozzy barked and he morphed into the blue Cosmic Fury Ranger. Albert summoned the Tiger Claw daggers and then ran up to the monster and slashed fast and hard in a flurry of strikes. The tree monster's fists grew out into thorned branches, forming some form of natural knuckle dusters. It swung them and hit Albert. As he was thrown off his feet, he crashed onto the ground hard, and the dirt erupted due to the impact. The blue Cosmic Fury Ranger ran at the monster. The monster swung its fists, but the Blue Ranger slid across the ground, dodging the attack. He jumped up quickly and backflipped, kicking the monster twice. As he landed, he launched forward and punched the monster several times, but the monster swung its fists and the Blue Ranger grabbed onto one of the thorny knuckles. His suit sparked as he gripped on tightly. Albert jumped to his feet and grabbed the daggers. Aiding the Blue Ranger, he slashed the monster's arm, breaking the thorny armor. The monster staggered and growled in pain. "Had enough yet?" the Blue Ranger growled. "I've barely begun," the monster roared. The monster was hit by a beam that de-escalated from space, and the monster grew gigantic size. The monster overtowered everything. "That is not good," the Blue Ranger barked. "You think?" Albert snapped. Suddenly, the Blue Ranger's Cosmic Fury orb started glowing. "Guys, it's moving!" Juliet blurted from a distance. Albert and the Blue Ranger both turned to see the green Chameleo Zord floating. Its eyes lit up and the morphing grid vibrated from the Zord. Then it took off, flying through the sky. "Zolon, it's awake! The Zord, it's awake!" Albert said into his communicator, completely flabbergasted. "Oh, brilliant. Judging by the scanners, I think it wants to help. Ozzy, you need to pilot it," Zolon replied. "Pilot it? What? I can't do that," the Blue Ranger argued. "Dude, come on. Of course you can. It's destiny. You got this," Albert told him with a grin. The Blue Ranger took a deep breath in and then nodded. A nervous, swirling feeling sunk in his stomach, but he hit his morpher and he was teleported into the cockpit. The room around him was illuminated due to the green light behind him of the Chameleo Zord. He sat still for a moment. He clenched his fists and shook his head. Come on, I got this," the Blue Ranger muttered to himself. He then grabbed the two handles of the controls and pushed forward. The Chameleo Zord zoomed forward and it flew around the tree monster, who tried swatting it away, but the Chameleo Zord swiftly dodged the brutal attacks. "Let's whip this tree into shape. Cosmic Chameleo Lash!" the Blue Ranger roared. Then the Chameleo Zord zoomed past and opened its mouth, and an energy lasso-like tongue extended from its mouth and whipped the monster. The monster staggered backwards, and the Chameleo then wrapped his lasso tongue around the monster's neck as it flew up into the air, pulling the monster up off the ground. With a quick, swift fling, it threw the monster into the air, then its tongue retracted back into its mouth. The Chameleo Zord fired its energy blast, each one hit the monster, and the monster then exploded in midair. The Blue Ranger landed on the ground as he teleported down. The portal opened in the sky, the Chameleo Zord zoomed off into the portal, and then the portal closed. Zolon, where did the Chameleo Zord go?" Albert asked the communicator. "It's gone into hiding to charge its energy reserve, waiting for when you'll need it again," Zolon explained. The Blue Ranger demorphed. "Oh my god, guys, that was incredible!" Juliet cheered as she ran over. "It's nothing. Part of the job," Albert said. "Well, you made my day. Thanks for helping me again. And look, I gotta go, but I just want to say, thanks for fighting the good fight. We need more people like you out there. Like you guys," Juliet stated. She then walked over and kissed Albert on the cheek, and then she kissed Ozzy on the cheek. Then she slowly walked backwards, giving them both a little wave before turning around and heading back home. Ozzy and Albert both walked into the ship. "Hello, boys. Welcome back," Zolon cheered. "Thanks, Zolon. Glad today had a good result," Albert replied. "Yeah, but that means we're now back at square one. Not knowing where to go next," Ozzy sighed. "Well, actually, we have good news. When you guys were heading back, something pinged on my scanner." Zolon told them. Zolon pressed the center console and a hologram appeared showing the galaxy with multiple planets. One of the planets had a red circle pinging rapidly. Wait, is that another Zord? Albert gasped. We have to head there right away, Ozzy replied. Already ahead of you. The ship is all ready to set to take course to that location. Zolon gleamed. Then let's kick it. Ozzy nodded. Ozzy and Albert both sat in the pilot seats and started the engines. The ship took flight and left the planet. They headed through the galaxy in hopes to find the next Cosmic Fury Zord.
What you have just listened to is a product created by the Three Ranger Bros Studio.
Hosted by three cosplaying fathers who
happen to be massive geeks of all sorts of fandoms.
They are Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger,
Cosplay Dude 637,
and Tai Tiger.
The studio covers different types of YouTube videos, TikToks, podcasts, and live streams.
If you wish to find out who cosplays who, the YouTube channels, the TikTok accounts, and the podcasts, and all of the other social media platforms,
please go to the 3rangerbrostudios.com.